Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video on applications of simultaneous equations. So we're going to look at using simultaneous equations to solve word problems. So always follow this process. So we're going to start off by defining two variables. So remember, in simultaneous equations, there's always two equations and two variables. So basically that means let x equal one of the things you're trying to find and y equal another thing you are trying to find. So that's your first step, is defining two variables. Your second step is writing two equations. So there will be two bits of information from which you get two equations, because this is simultaneous equations. And then finally, after you've done that, you're going to solve, and you're going to use either substitution or elimination, whichever method is easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at a worded question. So we're going to look at solving this worded problem here. Andrew and James have $420. Andrew twice as much as James, and how much does each person have? So what we're looking for is we're looking for how much money Andrew has and how much money James has. They are the two things I'm trying to find, so they will be the two variables. So I'm going to let x equal how much money that Andrew has, and I'm going to let y equal how much money James has. Okay, so that's my first step done. The second step is writing two equations. So there's two bits of information. First bit of information, Andrew and James have $420. So Andrew's money plus James's money equals $420. So the next bit of information, Andrew has twice as much as James. So Andrew has 2 times as much as James, okay? That's the hard part of these questions, because you know how to solve this. This is very easily solved using the substitution method. So remember, substitution method, I'm just going to substitute the second into the first. So I'm going to take the first equation and replace x with 2y. So I get x, which is 2y, plus y equals 420. So 3y equals 420, you know how to solve these. Divide by 3, I get y is 140. So James has 140, and therefore Andrew has 2 times that, which is $280, okay? So you probably should write a worded answer to this worded question. So I'll just do that over here. So therefore Andrew has $280. James has 140. That's all you need to write, and we're done. All right, I'll show you a question now that's a little harder. Okay, so let's do this example here. Mara sold 500 tickets to its drama performance. Adult tickets cost $12. Children's tickets cost $7. And if Mara's made $4,500, we have to find out how much of each type of ticket was sold. So this is appropriate to use simultaneous equations because we want to find two things, and they are the two variables we define. So we want to find, firstly, the number of adult tickets, and we also want to find the number of children's tickets. So that's why we're going to use simultaneous equations, two variables. So that's the first step done. The second step, what we need to do is write two equations. So we've got the two bits of information. So Myra sold 500 tickets. So the number of adult tickets plus the number of children's tickets is 500. Okay, now what's a little difficult here is this next bit of information is all of this. So $12 per adult ticket and $7 per children's tickets gave us $4,500 all up, okay? So when you've got units like dollars, you need to make sure all of the numbers are in the same units. They're all in dollars here. Okay, we've got two equations. The hard part's done. Now we need to solve this. You can solve this using the substitution method or elimination method. So I'm just going to show you how to do it using the elimination method. So remember, for the elimination method, one of the variables, either x or y, needs to have the same number in front of it in both equations. So because they don't, I need to multiply one of the equations to make it's so they do. So I'm going to multiply this first equation by 12, and that will ensure that the x's have the same coefficient. So multiplying the first equation by 12, x times 12, y times 12, 500 times 12. And then I haven't done anything to the second equation. So now I have two equations. The x's have a 12 in front of them in both equations. They have the same sign, so I'm going to minus. So 12x minus 12x is 0. 12y minus 7y is 5y. 6,000 minus 4,500 is 1,500. Divide by 5, you get y equals 300. So that means y, number of children's ticket, was 300. That, of course, means x will be 200, because 200 plus 300 equals 500. So the solution here is 200, 300. Okay? So we should write a worded answer to this worded question. So we say, therefore, we sold 200 adult tickets and 300 children's tickets. Okay? So this stuff is complicated. Please make sure you ask any questions if you need. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.